How's it going, guys? Welcome back to TheBlueShifting and welcome back to ReWrite. So it's been a while. I got pretty much sick is the best word for it last week. It was just not in a state to record. But we're back. Unfortunately, I can't remember much about what was happening. I know we met a weird guy who claims to be Otori's sister, but it really seemed like a lie. Even though they lived together. I also didn't get the vibe, I got the vibe that they're close. So you know what they might be? What if they're both orphans? So that would kind of make them siblings. Anyway, apparently they're also part of the occult society, or at least not really, but they know the president really well. Even though she didn't seem to be a big fan of his. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of weird stuff happening right now. Like just a lot of just random things that just, I don't know. There's just no context for them yet. So it just comes across very strange. But yeah, well, I guess we're just gonna keep moving forward. We're getting ready for the Harvest Festival. We helped Kotarou with her gardening. She's apparently like heralded as like a local goddess of plants, which makes sense. She's freaking crazy good with them. So yeah, we're gonna see what happens today. So I don't know, let's just get started, shall we? I go straight to the club after lunch to check the blog, of course. I find no one in the room. I'm all alone. I boot up the laptop. However, no new comments. Seems like people only show up when something bad's going on. I have a long road ahead of me. Well, I don't really care about comments all that much. I'm much more looking forward to seeing what's on the contribution form, and what the other supernatural phenomena might lead us to. Oh, seems like we've got a lot of those. We put up a disclaimer saying that any rumors, no matter how insignificant, would do, so people can submit whatever they feel like. So there's gonna be a lot of trash, but... You received clue, I want to confess my love, but I'm not brave enough. You've received clue, I think I'm breaking up with my boyfriend. I'm thinking about breaking up with my boyfriend. You received clue, is there a good used clothing store around Nishiguchi Station? You received clue, my girlfriend might be cheating on me. Is this a curse from an ancient civilization? At least he threw in something there. You received the clue, would you like to have a matchmaking party with our cooking research society? They're broadcasting their own society on ours. You received clue, is it okay to dye your hair once you're a second year? I'm imagining not, because I usually schools, especially from what I understand, Japanese schools frown on that. You received clue, my thoughts on bullying. You received clue, does this count as two timing? I seriously don't know what to do. If you have to ask, probably. You've received clue, my younger brother's driving me insane. How much abuse are you supposed to take? Oh, that sounds terrible. You received clue, I have superpowers. Hey, let's see what they say. Why are there so many? Most of them are pretty weird, too. If you ignore the ones talking about asking for advice, there's only one useful lead among them. A high schooler with superpowers. That's just the kind of clue I've been waiting for. Probably, not real, but hey, could be a dud, but probably is a dud, but we need leads to operate. Without them, well, that would only be a matter of time before the Occult Research Society fell apart. Can't say everyone's been particularly cooperative. I have no choice but to hold us all together myself. I don't want us to grow apart again. So I have to do something, no matter what. This club won't get anywhere if I can't find better leads. But it's depressing to collect information all by myself. I should invite someone. Let's look around the school for starters. Most people usually hang out around the first floor, so I try heading there. Well then. Oh, sweet. So, okay, so there's look at that. That's locked. Interesting. I'll have to see how that works. Nope. Okay. How do I... Okay, I can use the arrow keys, maneuver around. That's good. So I can hover over stuff. Why are they locked? I'm guessing I just have to do certain things first. Should I try to go swimming in the pond again? I find a nice patch of soil next to the pond. Right, Kotarou did ask me to plant seeds around town. This place might look pretty rad with some flowers growing about. I plant the seeds I got from Kotarou in the ground. Sweet. So here it looks good enough to plant seeds in. Right, Kotarou did ask me to do something along these lines. Guess I can plant something here. Cool. There's a graffiti on the wall saying, Honatsu Love. I'll change that to Honatsu Live. Now it sounds like we're switching this person to live. There's more graffiti on the wall saying, Shinatsu Love. Seems like they found this since they're saying, seriously, who wrote this, written next to it. I'll change it to Shinatsu Luva. I'd also do a few tweaks in the comment below. Now it says you stink like a donkey. Shidatsu? Seriously, who pulled the fast one on me? I love the feeling of omnipotence messing with other people's notes gives you. Right, and we got some message board. This is a nurse's notice board. It's a warning people about the dangers of contracting influenza. Well, yeah. You can rewrite this to say be careful of infernosa. That doesn't really mean anything. Okay. There's something lying on the ground here. This is moldy bread! You've received moldy bread. What would I even use it for? Maybe we could give it to, Yoshino. I threw the moldy bread in the trash bin already. There's no moldy bread here anymore. Why are you so obsessed with moldy bread? I don't know, man. Eat it? You actually want me to eat it? Okay. Boost your immune system. Okay. I pulled the moldy bread out of the trash bin and guide it to my mouth. Munch, munch. Yep, delicious. What's going on? My stomach. My stomach feels hurting like hell. Ugh, I can't go on like this. And who would have thought my story would end like this fashion? That's what will happen. I'm not doing it. This game. A bunch of students chatting around here. Well, not like it's any of my business. You want me to join in? I don't even know them. Did you see Gaki no Tsukai yesterday?
ああ、見た見た。山崎、たまにヒット出すよな。
Actually, I feel like I'm slowly beginning to fit in. Wouldn't it be great if they turned maid outfits into school uniforms?
いいね、それ。
I'd bond with them over something weird. Might end up chatting till morning if I keep this up. Time to get going.
Yo, Tennouji!
Ah, hey. An acquaintance of mine. I don't know him well, but that's a guy or two like this in every school. He witnessed me going out during gym class once. Since then, he's thought of me as someone significant. I feel like that was me. Like, the one guy that people kind of just recognized, but I don't know why. And I don't know if they knew why.
なんだ？今度は何か始めたの？
Yeah, the Occult Research Society.
聞いたことねえな。お前、小学校の頃からちゃんとスポーツやってりゃ、今頃翼くんだぜ。ゴロだぜ。
I don't like sports.
まあ、まだ遅くないかもしれないしさ。気が向いたらサッカーでもやってくれ。
I'd never catch up with you guys at this point.
才能あったら、そんなもん関係ないさ。
Nah, it'd never work out.
そうだな。ま、部活頑張れよ。
Thanks. He isn't that bad a guy, but I can't keep up with the energetic sports club vibe. Which is why we've never become anything more than acquaintances. Maybe I should have tried doing sports. It's too late for that now, though. It's not, though. I started sports in my senior year. I mean, I sucked, but I started it then, and I had fun. But that's okay. I'd rather live in the present. There are some people talking about movies over here. To confess, I'm quite a cinephile myself. I'll try to join them. Hey, do you guys think Titanic sounds like sounds kind of like Panic? They ignore me. Well, I kind of can see why. Alright, so I wonder what these are. Like, I wonder how I unlock them. Alright. Lucia. Interesting. There's a pot for plants in the classroom. Right, Koto asked me to plant some seeds. Goes ready pretty green, but that doesn't mean I can't make it even greener. Plant the seeds in the pot. There's a graffiti on the blackboard. Well then, wonder what next week's Zazai was going to be. Nothing else is written after that. Guess I could add something myself. Wakabe. I like to criticize the government. Namihe. Let's traverse the Arizona skies. Tararo. Rolling bat. I'll go with these there. Nah. Okay. The first year classroom. Everyone's looking at me. I better leave. No, I'm just feeling oddly compulsed to stand here awkwardly. Nope, not really.
天王寺先輩、結構かっこいい先輩の話題になると名前上がりますよ。
We're here. Really? Who told you about me?
いえ、誰ってわけじゃないですけど、吉野先輩と一緒にいるから目立つし。
Ah,
うちのクラスでも話題になるよな。
so it's his fault.
人気で言ったら吉野先輩の方が上ですけど
Oh
ね。
no! Seriously? But he's just as dumb.
いえ、バカかは知りませんが。
I started feeling at home before I knew it. Yoshino's a fool. Just remember that.
真偽は置いとくとして、友人の悪口を陰で言ってたら
It is.
評判下がりますよ。
It's kind of fun that they do see us as friends. I don't think about that. Yoshino's a great guy.
先輩、面白いっすね。
Yoshino's a great guy. I love him.
変なファンがつきますよ、その発言。
I think I already have experience with that kind of thing. Can't hang around in their classroom forever. Let's go. It's a notice board for students. Let's write up a request on it. I'm sure Batman will do it for me. It's not the kind of board. Alright, so let's talk to Lucia. It's class rep. Aw. What should I do? I don't think we're exactly on hanging out around school together kind of friendly terms right now. Luckily, she hasn't noticed me yet. I can still avoid her. Might be more fun to hang out with her, but also sacrificing the ability to go to weirder places. So I can pursue that, but maybe later. Oh, I wonder if that's a choice. So I guess that was an opportunity to actually spend time with Lucia instead of going to the club room. Interesting. I like how subtle the choices are in this game. That's a pretty impressive system. Darn. I should have waited for everyone to come instead of heading out. We could have done a weekend group quest together. As the thoughts crossed my mind, Chihaya passed by me carrying a huge tray in her hands.
さくやが焼いてくれたケーキです。うわあ、こっちにクッキーがあるんですよ。
They're having a tea party with cookies, like so many modern girls love to do.
小太郎くんはどう？
Absolutely. I shall help myself. Modern boys love cake too. Still.
はい？なんです？
Like how she's talking with her mouth full. You'll get fat. Kotaru's movement suddenly becomes choppy. The other one, however, doesn't seem to mind at all.
はい、天王寺先生。
What could be bothering you, Miss Kanabe?
私、太りましたか？わかりません。
Nah, I wouldn't say so.
だよね。
Yet.
おお。まずかろう問題ではなかろうか。
Have you put on any weight since summer last year?
特に変化は。
Plus, wouldn't you also... You're growing still, right? And you're probably alright.
さようか。
For now.
おお。別にそんなに気にしないでいいんじゃないです？さようか。
その娘を基準にしちゃダメよ。
なんでです？
カロリー消費量が違う。
It's true. I wouldn't doubt that. The superhuman strength must be quite a bit of... You need quite a bit of fuel.
ちなみにちーちゃん何キロ？体重です？確か46キロです。
Kotori falls to her knees, letting out a weird wail. What about you, Miss Kotori?
マイナス2キロ。
So you're lighter than her then?
身長差。
She jumps to her feet again. That said, you still don't look fat or anything.
それは。
Hey there, little lady. I sit down at the table. You wouldn't be rounding your numbers mathematically, would you?
そんなことはありませんとも。
As if! Confess already! Or do you need donuts to develop your defenses?
カツ丼とか太りまくりメニュー。
Alright, so let me see if I got that right, because I think I see what she's saying here. Alright, so it sounds like she's rounding down rather than rounding up, and she's rounding probably to the ones place, or even maybe the tens place in kilograms. So 46. So she's saying 44, but she's taller than me. So maybe she's saying that like it should be closer to... I don't know why she's so upset here. Confess, or I'll stuff your mouth with one.
小太郎くん趣旨違う。
In other words, you say it's a 4, pretty much a 5 in the real world.
要するにそうです。 でもダイエットかこれ。
Okay, so yeah, so she was rounding heavily downward, which means that she weighs more.
よし、何キロ痩せるとか目標立ててちゃんとやろう。
You don't need to, you look great. No, wait.
でも別に太ってるように見えませんけどね。
胸も微妙なところだけどね。
会長さん、そういうところきついです。
I've been thinking, but what's with you dames anyway? Why are you so worried about your weight? It's just a number. None of you look fat. Besides, having a bit of extra meat in your bones is healthier and more attractive than looking like a skeleton. I'm not a big fan of the crap about ideal model measurements or whatever. My man!
そう冷静に言われると。
However, you will grow fat eventually if you keep eating sweets all the time. That's the main problem here anyway.
つまり何キロ太ったらダイエット開始って目標を作ればベストと。
More like you should just have better eating habits and just stick with them. It's hard, it sucks, and I'm definitely still struggling with that personally, but I've made a lot of progress in that area. Yeah, that's what I mean. I'll make a goal sheet right now, right here and now. I get out a sheet of paper with a magic marker.
なんでそんなとこに。
I thought it should be in a place that's easy to see. So, what's your weight limit?
2キロ。いや、1.5 キロ。
So around 2-liter bottle of soda's worth. Got it.
おお、あの量のお肉が体につくとか考えただけで。
Doesn't sound like that bad to me. I jot down weight until diet 1.5 kilograms.
なんだか緊張感に欠けるわね。
Yeah.
なんかむしろ増やす目標みたいにも見えちゃいますしね。
Then how about this? Wait until Kanabe Kotori's end. 1.5 kilograms.
死ぬんか。
問題点が解決してないわ。
そもそもなんだかよくわからなくなったような。
You don't?
少なくとも体重の目標には見えませんね。
Alright, how about this then? Wait until the end of mankind. 1.5 kilograms.
人類巻き込むんか。ものすごい緊張感になりましたね。
でも問題は解決したわね。
Okay, let's go with this. By the time we finish our silly conversation, it's time to go home. That was fun. It is kind of sad we missed out seeing Lucia, but I also like that we got to see them. That was fun. I have a dream. There's someone standing in the mist.
ようやっと気づいてくれたな、あんちゃん。
Oh, hi. It's a middle-aged man in a ragged trench coat with a cigarette between his lips.
いい加減待ちくたびれたっちゅうねん。
Who are you?
わしゃ、オートセーブ担当のもんやっちゅうねん。
Okay, so we're just going full meta here. I don't understand.
あかんな。毎日自分のためにオートセーブしてやっとるっちゅうに。はあ、冷たいな、自分。こんなら、別に詫びに込んでもよかったかもな。
Apologize?
いや、実はな。わし、こうしてオートセーブの仕事やらしてもろとるやんか。
I don't understand what that is. Jeez.
どこがわからんのや。小学生でもわかるっちゅうねん。
How can I understand with no explanation? Ouch yourself.
いや、せやからな。こう、出るやん。右下のとこに、オートセーブしましたみたいな、良さげなもんが。
He must have the most insane accent right now, because this is almost not English. At the bottom right of what? Oh, over here.
はあ、もうええわ。話通じる気せえへん。すんどるくに違うわ、自分。
I don't know how to react. That's way beyond my capacity for understanding.
とにかく、オートセーブな。告白するけどな。実は何度かな。サボってもうてな。実際は全くセーブしとらんかったんやな。こりゃ大事や。もしロードしとったら、だいぶ前まで戻されたっちゅうこっちゃ。
Okay. So it's a weird way for the people saying hey, you know how you might be used to autosaves in your games? This one's not.
何日も前に戻されたらどえらいこっちゃ。訴えられても文句言えへん。
Dang, I don't understand a word you're saying.
これな。でもな、 しゃあないねん。どうしてもな、毎日完璧ってわけにはいかん。それが人間ちゅうもんや。ま、幸い今回はそうトラブルも起こらんかった。結果オーライや。だとしてもな、わしとしても筋だけは通しておこ思てな。こうしてまかり越した次第や。本当に悪かった。
It's really, really getting almost difficult to read. Huh, I see.
おー、理解してくれてよかったわ。あ、普段は真面目に働いとんねんで。たまにそういうことがあるっちゅう話で、そこ勘違いしたらあかんよ。な、これ忠告なんやけど、オートセーブ言うてもな。
Yeah, it's literally
所
telling
詮は
me.
人力やさかい。
It's telling me to save often. Huh?
裏でわしがタイムカードみたいなもん押して記憶しとって、面倒なんやなこれが。だからあんま頼らんで自力でな。わかるやろ？手動のやつあるやろ？あれでな、自衛してくれると思うわ。ウィンウィンの関係やわ、それが。
I think it's funny. It really feels like it has to address this. I've got no idea what you're saying, but okay.
いやいや、別に楽はしとらんっちゅうねん。ただこの年になるとな、いろいろ大変でな。自分若いさかいわからんやろうけどな。あ、そうそう。なんや変なのが来とったんで、追っ払っといたわ。
Something weird?
なんやろあれ。わからん。初めて見たわ。なんや、ヒラヒラしとった。
Floating?
どないやっちゅうねん。不思議なことばっかや。ほんじゃ、毎度。
Bye. Well, that was one weird dream. Yeah, tell me about it, man. I rummage through the fridge and feed myself. Father and mother aren't home, as usual. They pretty much live at work. There's never anything good on TV on Sundays either. I flip through a few channels, but there's nothing interesting. I have nothing to do. So I lie down on the couch. How do I used to spend time like this? I feel like I mostly slept until noon. If I wasted 5 hours every week, then in a year, that'd make... I jumped to my feet. No way! I don't want to waste any more time. I have to take action as soon as possible. Before I know it, change into my uniform and I'm eating ice cream in town. My memory up to this point is vague. Feels like I went to the club room. I think I had lunch. It's probably because I gave myself over to my instincts again. A purposeless rampage. If I wanted to do anything meaningful at the club, I should have laid a foundation for a new investigation or something. How does one investigate anyway? I want to handle it like a pro. I wonder if I can randomly catch someone and have them teach me. My phone suddenly rings. Hello, Tennouji here.
あなたと地域をつなぐ旬のライフマガジン月刊テラ編集部の安西です。
Oh yes, my part-time job that I haven't done anything for. Ah, hello. Are you calling me because my article's late?
そこまで大げさなものではないよ。ただ始めたばかりだし、何かアドバイスできることはないかと思ってね。研修って言ったら大げさだけど。
That's, it's very serendipitous. You called just at the right time.
ん？
I asked Mr. Anzai for his advice.
うちのライターさんはみんな手なりでやってるようだから、プロの技ってのは特にないはずだけど、
Quest, weekend quest description. Let's utilize a boring weekend to set out on a quest with everyone. Investigate abandoned buildings, underground tunnels, and so on. Might be dangerous, but let's cover it for the let's cover for it with youthful foolhardiness for the time being. You will be faced with choices during this quest. Some of the clues you find during the story on the map will be possible targets for investigation. Choose the clues closest to your heart and head out on an adventure. You might discover new things about your comrades, make new friends, and even find more clues as you investigate. Some characters may be pleased if you end up with a successful investigation report. Their quests are intertwined with this weekend request. Weekends exist for adventure. That's just common sense among kids in Kazamatsuri. Alright, so it's laid on real thick now. The game is explicitly saying, A, saving is important, it's up to you to do it. B, you're about to start doing stuff on maps that's going to absolutely influence the game. And I'm guessing you can only do so many actions in a weekend. So it's like, be specific. But I also like how it said, like, what was the exact phrase it said? Let's see. You'll be faced with choices during this quest. Some of the clues you find during the story will be possible targets for investigation. Choose the clues closest to your heart and head out on an adventure. I think that's the best way to play a VN or any story first time through. Is just follow your heart and go for it. And like let your desire lead you. And then if you want to like see other stuff later, like do replays once you have the knowledge. But like go in your first time with that experience, that fresh look. And actually, this is actually a good point just for me to kind of reiterate a very important thing for me, at least on the channel. I am grateful to have each of you joining me for this story, and I know the most of you are coming here because you're already a fan of this game and you just want to kind of be part of the journey with me. But if for some reason you haven't yet played this game and you're still joining me for this, I mean, that's all up to you. But especially at a time like this, if you're enjoying what you're seeing, I personally would prefer it that you would actually stop here, go and get the game yourself, play through it blindly on your own at least once, so you get to have that original that original experience. Something I think can't be replicated. Like, it's sure is fun to do it with me, but I don't think there's a replacement for that immense feeling of like adventure and like unknown. And so I think you'd be better benefited by playing it yourself and then coming back and joining me for my adventure and see what I do differently on my first playthrough. And now that it seems like the game's very much implying that this is where real branching off is really going to start, because we've had some branching off points, but this feels like it's like really trying to nail it home that from this point on it's going to really matter. This is a good opportunity that, like, if you've come this far, you haven't read this series before, and you're really liking what you see, maybe it's something you should check out on your own first and then come back and join me. It's weird to be directing people away from my video, but remember, I'm not just trying to rake in views here. I'm trying to share an experience, and I do think that that the experience is heightened when watching content like this if it's something that you've already experienced. So anyway, enough soapboxing. I'm gonna take a cue though, and I'm gonna save, and I'm gonna lock this save because it seems like it's probably an important one. Alright, that's about it. Thank you very much. Sounds exactly like a game tutorial, so I understood everything. Gosh darn it.
君が面白いと思えれば、ネタは何だっていいんだ。編集部のサーバーにアクセスしてごらん。ウェブ版テラの原稿が置いてあるから参考になると思うよ。
Ah, I'm investigating Kazamatsuri's urban legends. Is that okay?
いいと思うよ。最近はユーマとか熱いよね。そういうの好き？
I love it.
いいよいいよ。興味のあることを面白がって調べることが大切なんだ。
I agree.
うちのテーマはね、いい年こいて自由研究。
Haha, I got it. I'll see what I can do.
うん、頑張ってみて。
All right, let's go look for clues. All right, so there's people on the map, and there's stuff to look at. Okay. Multi-story building, bridge, post box. And we have Sizuru and Chihaya. Let's go see Sizuru. Oh. Hey, Sizuru.
Kotarou!
Looks like I surprised her. Raise your face, child. Hey, that wasn't a cue to play a pretend soldier.
どうしたんだ?
Nothing in particular, just walking around town. Oh yeah, you can read lips, right, Sizuru? Alright, let's put that talent to good use. Will you come with me? Alrighty then, let's go. Sizuru has joined the party. Alright, so like, between the two, Chihara or Sizuru, we got to pick, and that's altered what we can do on the map. Okay. So these things have changed now, so I'm gonna start doing these bubbles first. You know what? Actually, we missed that stuff, so I'm gonna keep that, but let's go ahead and load that save I just had, and let's do those bubbles first. Because I imagine I was trying not to skip stuff, but I might have inadvertently skipped stuff. Okay, so I want to see what these things are and see if it changes anything. But I already kind of committed to Sizuru, and between the two, like, Chihaya is really fun, but I like Sizuru more. Right, go to the ask me to plant those seeds. The park sounds like a good perfect place for something like that. Plant the seeds in the park soil. Yeah. See, I don't want to miss these. Being able to plant stuff. A post box. Right, go to the ask me to plant those seeds. Wait, can I really do it here? Looks like I can. I plant the seeds in the post box. In the post box? Mailman shows up right away, takes the bag of seeds from the post box and carries it off somewhere. Spread the word, Kotaru's greenery. That was weird, but okay. There's a road closed sign of pedestrian bridge. I can't get to the other side like this. A piece of paper rustles attached to the sign. Danger, stay away from the edge. I see, this must be a riddle. I instantly have a revelation. I don't think it's a riddle, man. I think it's just don't get too close to the edge. In other words, stay away from the edge. Meaning I can't cross in the middle. No riddles can stump me, haha! I advance through the middle of the bridge with a dignified gait. Crack! One of the planks I stepped on gives out. I should have known! They wouldn't be closing the road for no reason. My brazen stupidity went too far this time. I have to pay for it with my life.
捕まれボーイ
A random passerby saved me. Thank you very much.
危ないところだったな。
Yeah, but who are you?
俺はさすらいの男さ。いつも
I'm
さすらっている。
the lone wanderer. Dun-dun-dun.
おふくろさんを悲しませるんじゃないぜ。
The man walks off, his long cape fluttering behind him. Wait,
まだ何か
can we exchange email addresses?
?OK。
He's surprisingly easygoing. We exchange our addresses through the phones infrared friction.
あわよボーイ
He gallantly walks off again. He's the real deal. You become friends with the wandering man. Mi amigo. What? I feel green waves emanating from the roof of that building. I'm bound by oath to fulfill Kotori's seed planting request. I make it inside the building somehow. I plant the seeds on the roof, and I'm chased out afterward. I'm sorry, but I succeeded in my mission. Okay. I think that is all the planting stuff. So yeah, now we'll go talk to Sizuru.
どうした？
Now, I'm guessing this, so like when it changes color like that, that's where you can make a commitment. So I could like go say hi to Chihaya and then decide between the two, but I've already decided because, you know, follow the heart. Alright, now let's see, because we got more stuff we can probably plant. Sizuru, read the lips of that cat.
猫は喋れない。
Just try.
にゃー。
Continue.
ふにゃー。
I enjoyed that. Thanks.
一体何の意味があったんだ。
I just wanted to hear you make those sounds. Bump, bump. She punched me. It's an empty lot. No one's here. Don't worry. Your talent will serve us elsewhere. We came all this way. Might as well, like, look around. This is an old boxing glove. I bet someone keeps it here for secret training. I had a secret training ground when I was a kid, too.
男の子のことはよくわからないな。
Boys don't understand boys. Yeah, it's something only a man would get. Training, huh? Reminds me of times long past. I came up with countless fighting styles and deadly techniques. You combine the best of Kyokushin, karate, and boxing, you end up with a super style known as Kyokushin. Kyokushin.
どうしたんだ？
Nothing in particular. And if you add kicks, it becomes Kikyoshushin.
どうしたんだ？
Nothing in particular. All kids are more or less cringeworthy. You wouldn't want to see a cynical grade schooler with no dreams, would you? He's right. Sizuru, read the lips of the dog.
犬は喋れない。
Good point. I agree. He didn't want her to be making barking noises. Alright, so let's see. Old man. Sizuru, read the lips of the old man, please.
何も喋っていない。
I see. Sizuru, read the lips of the grade schooler.
お年玉でポコモン買うんだぜ。
It actually said, it was not Pokemon. It's like Pokemon. But like, that's really close. Let's have a friendly match when you do.
私じゃない。
I see. He's like disappointed. He's like, aw. Sizuru, read the lips of the old lady, would you?
武田さん、タイムサービスは7時過ぎよ。
I don't care.
重要な情報だ。
Sizuru? Shizuru? Read the lips of the man in the suit.
来月の先方との取引で株価が。
Ooh, this could be a time this could be what do you call insider trading? An insider. Oh crap! I'll act as though I didn't hear that. High school girl. Shizuru, read the lips of the girl over there.
超魔獣座。
Okay. Shizuru, read the lips of that other girl now.
本年度の GDP 見込みはどうなのかしらね。金融危機から脱したとはいえ、世界情勢はまだ不安が多いのだけれど。
Right, geez, who is this girl? Phew, sounds pretty academic. Or economic.
難しくてよくわからない。
There are all sorts of schoolgirls in the world. You can't just lump them all together and call it a day.
うむ。
Alright, I think that's everybody here. I think it's time to go home. Oh, guess that's enough for today.
うむ。
I might ask again sometime later. She made a reliable leave it to me smile and left quick as a wind. Now that I think about it, I didn't find a single clue. Well, there are days like that too, I guess. Alright. I decided to spend the evening organizing my clues and investigating stuff on the internet. I find quite a few sites dealing with occult happenings in Kazamatsuri. Most of them are a load of nonsense, but some prove useful. I hit a dead end. At times like this, one needs a change of pace. Let's go buy a soft drink. No point sitting around when I'm out of ideas. As such, I recharge myself with a beautiful night sky. It's so peaceful. I've heard stories about petty crime around the town center, but residential areas like this are usually pretty safe. Besides, I'm confident I can easily run away even if some cash-extorting bro suddenly pops out of the darkness. I'm more afraid of my own room these days, to be honest. I don't get scared by physical force much, but I really can't handle mental terrors. Same, man. After about 3 minutes, I reach my usual vending machine. Huh? Its lights are out. Weird. A blackout. But I can see lights coming from the windows of nearby buildings. Huh. Well, no choice. Better go look for another vending machine. I stroll around searching for the same brand of machine. If only there was a convenience store nearby. I've heard that in big cities, they sometimes have multiple convenience stores in the same street. At times, they even occupy every corner of a four-way stop. Honestly, I have no idea what the point of having the same kind of shops in the same area is. Well, in a city, obviously it's about competition. They're likely different buildings. But if they are, like, if you have kitty quarter businesses that are the same business, that would be really strange. I guess some people are just too lazy to cross the street. City dwellers are so spoiled. Wish they'd lend one store out to this area for my sake, though. I don't know. I still like the smaller town feel. And this isn't even like a small town. It's just smaller. Ah, here it is. I find a blue vending machine near the decrepit building. This thing has the best oolong tea in town. I insert 150 yen right away. Let's see, oolong tea. I spot a new zero-calorie energy drink right next to it. It's the brand I used to love as a kid, though its familiar label now has a big zero plastered on it. I hesitate. Everything is 0 calories these days, even things you wouldn't expect like this. I'll be ingesting too much sugar if I opt for an energy drink in the middle of the night, but this might solve my problem. Alright, I've decided. I reach my hand out to the button. At that moment, the light of the vending machine goes dark. Huh? Push. It took my money! It swallowed my money! What the heck? A blackout again. Looking around, I realize all the lights across the area have gone out. Something's not right here. Yeah, this one does seem like a blackout, but yeah, did a power line snap or something? I glance up at the telephone pole. Above it, right over the watchtower, atop one of the buildings. The moon. A pale moon hangs in the dark sky. Its light feels surprisingly bright. Not like it matters to modern people whose towns are artificially illuminated all day and night. I probably wouldn't have noticed either if not for the blackout. Something moves on top of the water tower. A dog? Oh no, it's one of those things. Why would a dog be up there? I blink a few times to give water tower another look. There's nothing there. Guess it was just my imagination. A human-shaped silhouette. I rub my eyes and look again. It's a girl. A silhouette of a girl with a skirt going past her knees. In a few moments, it melts into the darkness and vanishes. What the heck? There's something wrong with my eyes? Did I mistake some random shapes for that of a person? That's not it at all. The shadow jumps from one building to another. What the heck? Should I go after it? But my legs are refusing to move right now. Is that thing even safe to pursue? I've been tormented by weird occult things on a daily basis lately. Chasing mysterious shadows in the dead of night might as well be a death wish. But, come to think of it, I've ended up in a pretty terrifying situation. That said, even if I chicken out and head home instead, what would I do if that thing suddenly appeared in my room and started shouting at me for seeing it just now? Why does this keep happening to me? I'll have to check it out after all. If it turns out to be nothing, everything will be well and good. Maybe it'll turn out to be something ridiculous, like a human-shaped helium balloon tossed around in the wind. I've already lost sight of it. Maybe I should prepare myself before going after it. He doesn't like using his power. Let's not reach for it unless we have to. No, I shouldn't use my powers without good reason to. I already know the sense of despair I feel at not being able to go back. Too bad. It would be great if I could only just turn it on and off. I run through the dark streets, glancing at the sky whenever I can. This isn't really a healthy way to spend the evening, though. I don't need to train anymore, but I wonder if this is how sportsmen typically work out at night. I end up running all the way to the park. Whew. This spiral thing, I think it looks pretty sweet. I'm a little tired. It really was a nice workout. Maybe the evil spirit would leave me alone and turn into a breezy sportsman kind of character. I mean, I can't imagine Matsuoka getting attacked by ghosts at least. Well then, I didn't spot anything suspicious on the way. If I don't find anything here either, that'll be it for today. And for why I stopped in the park, it just makes sense to finish things at a memorable landmark, right? And that's the #1 spot where balloons could get stuck into tree branches. Praying that silhouette from before shares an aesthetic sensitivity, I continue deeper into the park. I start feeling anxious. The park comes off as surprisingly creepy in the black of night. In ghost stories, weird things usually happen around ponds or sandboxes. I have to check creepy places like that. Can I go home? I can't, right? It's not like my home is any less scary at the moment anyway. Anyway, I continue to strain my eyes regardless. The shadow is no longer in the area, just like I thought. And with not a single soul here, I can't even go around asking for witnesses. Suddenly, I spot a red light in the distance, standing out amongst the yellow lights of the city. What could even let off a light like that in the park? Well, might as well get closer and check it out. For someone who was terrified of it before, he's certainly going for it. It's a ramen stand. Perfectly normal ramen establishment stands under neon letters advertising its name. The light it casts in the surroundings was a bright angle for me. We're at a blind angle for me, so I hadn't noticed. I can't find anything strange about it, other than the fact that it's open in the middle of the night. Step a little closer to the ramen stand to give it another look. For starters, it doesn't seem like the stand is run by a skeleton or a will-o-wisp. A group of 4 or 5 adults is sitting there helping themselves to ramen. Doesn't look unusual in any sense of the word. You can hear the merry laughs from here. It's a relief to see a sight of the ordinary world, if anything. Nothing strange about it at all. Should I try asking if they saw anything? No, if they did, they wouldn't be laughing like that. Probably wiser to go looking elsewhere.
Oi!
Hi? Someone seizes me by the shoulder. I instinctively jump away. Ah! But the hand doesn't let go, gripping me like a pair of pliers. But I am released right after. A huge gray-haired man is standing behind me.
Hello, Wakazo! どうしたんでこんなとこでや?
He addresses me in a laid-back manner.
何警戒してんだタグよ最近はてめえみてえな若造の方がよっぽど危険だっての
I think through the current situation. This old guy's probably related to the ramen stand somehow. I'm sorry, something happened on my way here, so... The old man gives me a long, hard look.
まあいいだろよっしゃ
来店第1回目だ。わしの屋台でラーメンでも食ってけや。
Excuse me?
遠慮すんな若造。
He pulls me by the hand toward the ramen establishment. No, how strong is this guy? I end up being pulled the whole way.
ああ、訳ありの若造1匹追加だ。
お、なんでそいつは。
たった一人でこんなとこまで旅をしてくる勇者様よ。
Okay.
そいつはすげえ。兄ちゃん、一緒に一杯やってけ。
No, I don't drink.
その小僧は。
Alright, you look interesting. The old gentleman in the black fixes his gaze on me.
なんで顔見知りかい？
いや。
待ってな。今メンラーの一杯でも作ってやっからよ。ほらどけ。ご苦労だったな。
たくゲンさんは人使いが荒いんだから。
The man who'd been managing the ramen stand till now steps out and takes off his apron. He's wearing a suit underneath. Did the old guy actually leave a customer to run the place in his absence?
おう、その辺かけな。
Okay. I sit down right in front of him. I didn't come here to eat ramen, you know. No way I'll be catching up with that silhouette now.
で、どうしたよ。話せることなら相談してみな。
Huh?
こんな時間に一人でうろつくなんざ、なんか訳ありだろ？あ、言いたくなきゃ言わんでいい。ただよ、喋っちまえば楽になることもあるだろうよ。
I like this uncle guy. He's pretty cool. Uh-huh. Did he mistake me for a runaway teen or something? No, it's not at all. I just
なんだ？
got trouble with ghosts.
幽霊だ？
It started quite recently. It only happens at night. Clank. The gentleman in the black places his glasses on the table. No, the place falls dead silent.
魔物かもな。
Huh? What did you just say? The old guy behind me is mumbling something.
いや。
The gentleman and the old guy exchange looks. Oh gosh. No. What have I stumbled into now?
いつ見たのかね。
Huh?
それをだ。
No, rather than see it, it attacked me. But I didn't see it at all. I didn't have time to look. It just knocked me out before I could react. Mentally, that is.
なんだ、どこに出やがった。俺らが討伐してやるよ。
Exterminate?
魔物相手なら、俺らプロみたいなもんさ。さあ、どこだ。
He said familiar again.
静まれ。
A dignified, all-penetrating voice reverberates through the night like a punch to the stomach.
君、所属は。
What are you talking about? Faction? Kazamatsuri? Right. I'm in the Occult Research Society, if that's what you mean.
なるほどな。
So, did you say you were fighting familiars?
あれはゲームの話だ。
A video game?
我々はゲームをたしなむ。特にネットゲームを得意とする。
Sure, because you seem like the gaming type. I'm suddenly wondering if I'm really surrounded by responsible adults or not. But that person sounded like he was talking about the real world to me.
我々は没頭するあまり、しばしばゲームと現実を混同してしまうのだ。
They're definitely not dependable adults at all. I can't possibly write about this group in any of my articles. They're on the same level as Japanese Secret Service.
我々は魔物を狩る者、いわばプロだ。相談に乗ってやろう。
Huh. No, I think I'm good.
幽霊のことはよく知らないが、もし本当にそのようなものに遭遇したなら、近づかないことをお勧めする。
I refuse, but he doesn't seem to be listening. Yeah, well, it might not be as easy as it sounds.
遭遇するとしたら、廃墟や墓地だろう。面白半分にそのような場所に足を踏み入れた若者が呪い殺されるのは映画ではよくあること
It's
だ。
attacking my house. Right.
心当たりはあるかね。
Well, I kind of like those kinds of places, so...
ならば、今後は慎むことだ。平穏な生活のために。
There's a lot of rumors about cryptids in Kazamatsuri. You sure that's not what you guys are calling familiars? The old man exchanges a few glances. It doesn't look like they're flustered, but the atmosphere suddenly grows tense.
この土地に未確認の動物が多数存在するという話は聞いたことがある。我々が以前、警備の仕事に携わっていた頃にも、そうした未知の動物に襲われて怪我をした人間がいたものだ。
You were security guards.
おう、俺たちはそこの OB でな。
今は引退し、それぞれの人生を生きているがね。
It's Speaking of Kazamatsuri's history,
何十年も前、まだもっと小さな市だった頃から見てきた。昔はこのような先進的な都市ではなかったのだよ。
these guys sound like they know their stuff. Suddenly I have a revelation. I could learn all sorts of things if I insinuated myself into their ranks. Could you tell me more about these animals?
そんなにゲームの武勇伝が聞きたいか？
I'm not talking about games. I want to know more about the cryptids.
首席で無粋なことを言ってくれるな。今夜はやめておけ。だが、もし本当に知りたいというなら、また私を訪ねてくるといい。
Yeah. It definitely feels like these guys are like actual cryptid hunters or something, which is very interesting. Because we did fight that weird dog thing, whatever that was. It didn't act normal. And so I'm guessing that would be what would constitute a familiar.
ここにもたまによる。江坂は来てないかとことづてをもらえれば、何か相談に乗ろう。
Asaka. Thank you. The gentleman's eyes glisten with confidence.
私の情報は、どんな攻略本よりも実践的だぞ。
I don't want to hear about games.
と、お嬢も来てたか。よっ。
There seems to be someone sitting on the other end of the stand, blocked off from my view of all the sizzling pots on top of it.
ま、若いうちは大いに悩むことや。
凝った？
ああ、てこった。
Huh? That voice sounds familiar. I lean over the pots to have a better look. I thought so. I knew it! Sizuru, what the fetch are you doing here? Shizuru's doing her best to blow air on her ramen to cool it down. She puts the noodles to her mouth and sucks them in. She opens her mouth with a little yell and begins breathing heavily. Guess that bit was too hot for her. She hurriedly fills her mouth with cold water from her cup. Aww. This time she blows air on her ramen while keeping the cold water close at hand. And so she continues battling with her sizzling hot ramen like this when... Hey. I wave at her. She almost jumps out of her seat. Seems like she doesn't know how to react.
知り合いかね。
She's an underclassman of mine that I'm fairly good terms with.
おお。じゃあお前ちょっと席変わってやるや。あいよ。しょうがねえやな。
I carry my ramen bowl to the seat next to Sizuru. Aww. Oh my gosh, I love this.
こんなところで小太郎に会えるなんて。
Yeah, I'm just as surprised. Well, let's eat, I guess. Sizuru nods. She sucks in a bunch of noodles, letting out a loud yelp. We might be bound by the red string of fate. What? No way, not at all. What are you even talking about? Sizuru provides me with a delicious scene of flustered surprise. At the same time, she also tries to breathe heavily and cool down her still hot noodles within her mouth. Calm down, I'm just kidding. She calms down.
とても焦った。本気にしてしまうところだった。
ラブラブじゃねえか。
Oh, jeez. Sizuru flushes so fast that I half expect a cloud of steam to burst off of her head, along with a kettle sound. She punches the old man in the shoulder.
いててててて、冗談だよ、お嬢。
You regular here or something?
常連？
Do you come here a lot?
うん。
ま、そんなとこだな。
ケイさんはよく面談をおごってくれる。
Sizuru seems like quite a peculiar circle of acquaintances. Oh, my ramen will get cold if I keep babbling. Mr. Gen regards us with a meaningful smile. I do like Sizuru, she's great.
いいね、若いってなよ。
He suddenly starts laughing. I'm still curious about the shadow from before, but there isn't much I can do at this point. These guys seem like fun. A bit on the nutty end of the spectrum, but they appear to be taking good care of Sizuru, so I can't possibly be bad people.
はい、やっとるな。まさりに来たぜ。こいつは土産だ。おう。よし、これじゃ狭えな。おい、その辺にテーブル広げろや。
This group actually seems pretty cool.
はいさ。
They assembled a table out of beer boxes and a few planks in a matter of seconds. Holy crap!
だから
There's a
よ。
lot of people now.
俺はそこで言ってやったのよ。
Hang on. Who's that kid? That's not that weird kid we saw before, is he? No, he doesn't look like that guy. does he? I don't know. I don't know which is gonna make a better thumbnail. Last one of this one.
はっクソでも垂れてろいまいましい野郎ってな
ほう、あの鉄面皮にか。
ゲンさん昔は無敵だったからな。
サンマうまー。
サンマ缶はつまみにももってこいだな。
お酒は飲まない。
あと何年だ。まああっちゅうまよ。
しずるくんはいい女性になりそうだ。
I really think she will.
源氏か。
おっと、それほど気の長い話でもないだろう。
じゃあ俺も予約入れとくか。わしもまだまだ現役じゃぞい。
Sizuru seems to be quite popular with these old guys.
だいたい旦那はすでに枯れちまってるんじゃねえか。
どうかな。
おっと自信満々だな旦那。
何、若い者には負ける。
一番少年たちの熱い夏
Dude,
歌います。
he's the guy with the green bandana.
引っ込めばあろうしょうがないの。では誰も期待してね。
Their spirits are rising by the minute. I really love this fried pork.
若い二人はまだまだ食い気か。よーしおっさん腕に寄りかけてもっと作っちゃうぞ。北京ダック希望。フカヒレスープ。
ビーフストロガノフなどを。
残念だが材料がねえ。エビの酒蒸しでも作るか。
Oh yeah, she likes that. Shrimp!
酒もう一生言っとくか。
ふむ、私もジャック・ダニエルでも開けるとし。
He actually said Jack Daniels.
俺たちの夏が終わった。
Jeez, this guy's been on the bottle.
うるせえ。下手だろじいさん。いい加減自覚しろよ。わしは歌わんと死ぬんじゃ。
All of them have gone completely wild. Except for Mr. Asaka, who drinks his glass in serene silence. That guy's a bit of a dandy, don't you think?
じいちゃんはおとなしいから。
Is that so? As said, he seems to be smiling as he watches the rest of them raise hell. He has a different air about him, almost as though he's an adult at this gathering.
ファイヤー。イエーイゲンさん最高。
Yeah! I'm partying with everyone before I realize it. I've spent a while here, but I need to get home before it gets too late, otherwise I might not make it to school tomorrow. These guys seem like they're planning to party until morning. Tomorrow's Monday, but I guess that doesn't matter to those that have abandoned any intent to participate in human society. They are, after all, the legion of antisocial old men who don't give a crap, just like Mr. Asaka had implied earlier. Well, at least they seem to be enjoying their lives. I wonder if I can be like that when I get older. I end up escorting Sizuru home since it's late. Darn, I stayed out a lot later than I'd planned.
疲れたか。
I feel exhaustion of a whole day on my shoulders.
メンダーで吹っ飛ぶ。
Yeah, that ramen was pretty good. What?
メンダー。
Well, I guess that's what the guys in the business call it.
は
Yeah, she's like talking about something else completely. She doesn't seem to understand.
あ、同じものなのか。
Oh, yeah?
だが、ラーメンとゲンナジーのメンダーは全然違う。
D? I thought his name was Jen. Well, I can guarantee the dish you ate today was 100% ramen.
そうなのか。
Have you ever been to the ramen restaurant?
コンビニでよく食べる。
She's probably talking about cup ramen. That could definitely be perceived as an entirely different dish from what we just had. After hearing that, everything makes sense. That means she's never been to a proper ramen place before then. Is she from a well-off family or something? My home is that way, so she seems to say, pointing her finger to the right. I'll see you to your house.
もう着いた。
Oh, what? Her finger's pointing at an average-looking apartment building. Doesn't look exceptionally lavish in any way. Right, you're living on your own. She nods a few times.
じゃあ、うちまで。
Huh? No, that would be inappropriate, wouldn't it? Don't look at me like those innocent eyes. Now I feel guilty for imagining anything, even for a moment. Of course she didn't have any ulterior motives. What am I even thinking? Just for a little bit, then. I follow her. Sizuru's home. Nothing happened. I really just saw her to the door. I stole a small peek inside the apartment as she opened it, but then she got embarrassed and made me leave right away. That said, it looked pretty barren from what I saw. Not in the sense of being meticulously clean or boring, but that it literally had almost nothing inside. Can't help but feel a bit weirded out by that. Living alone. I look around my room. Magazines, manga, and novels line the shelves. The TV rests on the stand with a couple gaming consoles lying on the floor below it. How would it feel to be all alone without any of that? Kinda lonely, right? She's so poor she can't even afford furniture? I'd heard there were students having trouble making ends meet, but not a single thing in there, though. Does she have no hobbies at all? I decide to get to the truth out of her next time. Today's progress, I found out that Sizuru lives in an empty room. I have nothing to contribute to the Occult Research Society, since I didn't really find anything anyway. Well, then I better take a shower and go to sleep. Interesting. Mysteries on mysteries, it seems. Hey, Lucia. Alright. We'll have to leave the mystery of what happens during our lunch break on Monday for next time. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. This was a really interesting episode. I'm still as confused as ever. There's just so much going on and nothing is explained. I do think it's interesting how much it really tried to establish, like, you need to be careful about your saves, you need to watch what you're doing and, like, pay attention, all of that. I'm really curious to see how that plays out and just seeing, like, how things do adapt based on the people you are spending your time with, which is really cool. So we'll have to see how it goes and to see what kind of ends up playing out. But yeah, so the biggest thing I heard that like stuck with me, besides the fact that all those weird old guys were talking about protecting the cities, they asked me, what faction are you a part of? And based on our response, they determined we weren't involved in whatever they're talking about, and so they kind of played it up as just a video game. But like clearly they were looking at and were part of like some kind of like the faction-based system, or maybe they're like mercenaries working for either faction, because like the way that he asked also made it sound like they might be a neutral or third party. But regardless of that, like factions, I'm guessing we're going to be learning more about that in the future, because that definitely wasn't very subtle about like implying that there's definitely some kind of turf war going on or something. Interesting. But a turf war, it's somehow in the metaphysical, it seems. Having something to do with familiars, which definitely sounds more like a magic type of thing than anything else. Yeah, we'll have to see. But anyway, we'll get to that when we get to it. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Thank you especially for being a patron if you are. It's wonderful to be able to have you here, and I'm looking forward to sharing stuff with you. Keep in mind, we're going to be finishing Love Esquire here before too long, and I've already got some spicy options for the next games we're going to play on that I'm going to offer up to play on our Friday slot. So if you're a patron or thinking about being a patron, now's a good time, because then you get to have exclusive voting rights on the upcoming Friday series. But though, do keep in mind, I tend to make them from smaller developers, so don't think it's going to be like tons of super mainstream titles. It's often going to be something that I've received either via communication or found on my own that looks interesting from a smaller developer. But yeah, we got some spicy choices, so I'm looking forward to being able to share that with you. But for now, thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for spending your time on the channel. I love sharing these stories with you, and I look forward to hearing what you have to say in the comments below. So until next video, watching me, see me in next. I'll see you there.